So there's a very unique reason, a couple of reasons in fact, why people are going berserk behind this new option, this new passport. Of course, it does not have a CBI reputation. It can never have. It is by exception the attractive factor. You're getting some benefits which you never ever get close to with any other CBI. You spend as much money as you want. You're never going to get these two benefits with any CBI passport, let alone the CBI. There's hardly any other country in the world, maybe one or two countries, which may have this type of flexibility or features embedded. I'm going to discuss what those two features are and what's really creating the buzz and the stir. But before we get there, let me give you a hint, right? A lot of you guys have been desperate. I understand that you want to get more information and stuff. Especially the biggest demand has been the pricing structure. What is the price? I cannot directly give you the price because in exception scenarios, there's hardly anything that you can directly talk about. It's not designed like a CBI passport, but the hint that I can throw is that it's far cheaper than even the cheapest CBI, right? So if you look at some of the main CBIs, I'm not talking about the Pakistan passport or anything, just be sensible about this. But if you look at the cheapest CBI, it's almost close to half that amount. It's definitely cheaper than 100K. So that is the only hint that I can share with you at this point in time. I'm going to get to those two unique features, and smart people, a lot of you guys are very smart. I've seen that in the comments, have already identified or near identified what I'm talking about, what option this is. But before I discuss those very unique features which unlock a lot of other mobility and residency rights across different continents, it comes with its own extraordinary benefits, but it also unlocks a lot of other stuff. I'm going to get to that in a second over here. But before that, let me throw a spin here, right? I'm going to discuss a combination that unlocks UK, Ireland, bunch of other very meaningful access, right? Schengen, forget about Schengen. A lot of people want to go to either they want to go to Schengen or they would go to Ireland or UK. Let's say you belong to the group that wants to go to UK or Ireland, you want to strike an innovator's visa in Ireland, then probably you need access to Ireland first. You want to set your thing up. This combination will provide you with that access to Ireland. You can assess the situation, think if it is the best option for you, and then make that Ireland choice, right? So this opens up that door instantly. Now again, with the CBI, the problem is, and you must have noticed this across the board, any of the providers aren't able to flash passports or aren't able to talk about direct visa-free access. So I cannot directly name the passport or show you the passport while I'm talking about the visa-free access. But again, as I said, you guys are smart. You'll easily decode this one. This is a commercial off-the-shelf CBI from the Pacific. It is one of the cheapest CBIs that's available. It's a fresh, brand new CBI. And when I say that it does not have Schengen but has Ireland and UK, you pretty much understood what CBI passport I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I cannot name this country in this context, but you understand what I'm talking about. So that's the first aspect of it. Now let's quickly pivot to this new option, this new African option. It instantly unlocks mobility rights in 13 different countries, and these are powerful and useful emerging upcoming African micropowers. These are ECOWAS nations. You're going to have instant access and eventual mobility rights. You can strike residency permits, collect more citizenships from those regions because you'll have direct residency access to those regions. So that is a very powerful, meaningful future option that you're creating. Apart from that, it's also going to let you freely travel with an ECOWAS ID card. You get this card in the package. There are 5 powerful things that this one passport is going to provide. It's going to come all in the package included, and no other CBI is ever going to provide the things that are going to come in this package. I'm going to discuss the things that you get for such a dirt cheap investment. When I say dirt cheap, this is a coin term. What I mean is far less far less than any other commercially available CBI options out there. The second benefit that it already comes with is the CPLP classification, right? It falls under the Portuguese speaking countries. This is mind-blowing. This is explosive because this can get some very special benefits in Portugal. And while I'm discussing all these things, right, permutation, combinations, none of this stuff is legal advice, right? This is my own research. You should do your own research and then always talk to an attorney. If you want to talk to our attorney, click the link, book a call. We can discuss which program best fits. We can get you started and we can also connect you with the attorney so you can clarify all your doubts as needed. Let's get back to the crux of this discussion. So it's going to give you some special benefits directly in Portugal. Let's say you want to strike a Portuguese nationality, you're looking for some unique benefits, and if you want to learn what role this would play in your Portuguese option, you can go ahead and take a look at this video. I've talked about this entire use case in a lot of detail. The other major benefit of the CPLP classification is that it is going to unlock in future access to Mercosur and BRICS nationalities, right? So Brazil is a BRICS nationality. If you strike a residency in Brazil, the qualifying residency, then you can fast track your time to naturalization to 1 year. A lot of people want to do Brazil, but it takes 7 years or 8 years to naturalize over there through normal means. Or people are going to have a childbirth. If people are trying to go and hook up in marriages, don't do that if you don't need to, right? Don't screw up your life or don't screw up your family situation. Don't make your wife unhappy. If she does not want to have a baby in Brazil, forget about it. Look at this option. If you're a wealthy individual, if you're a high net individual, this absolutely makes sense because it's going to give you some discrete advantages. And if you want to learn what those discrete advantages are, hop on this video. This talks about a lot of that information in detail. Now let me touch upon the package, right? I said you get 5 things that no other CBI provides to you. This is very unique. This is very special. You're going to get a stamped certified copy of the constitutional provision that talks about how this nationality is awarded, right? It's exception. What you've done is an exceptional service to the nation. So it's going to talk about that clause which authorizes this. So you have no risk in future. If someone asks you, if this was not a CBI, how did you go through exception? You have the constitutional provision stamped and sealed by the government. The second thing you're going to get with this is the passport. Of course, you want to travel, you want to use this for your banking, your real estate purchases and whatnot, whatever the use case might be. And this is the fastest package that is created on earth. You're going to get this in 30 days. The third thing you're going to get included in this package is the ECOWAS ID card. Now, when a local citizen tries to apply to the ECOWAS for ID, it could take several months, but because you're going through an exceptional situation, expedite services, you're going to get that ECOWAS ID instantly included in the package. What you're also going to get is a lengthy version of your police report certified stamp. So if you're trying to acquire new citizenships in future, you're going to have that police certificate already stamped and included as part of this package. You don't get all of this stuff. You don't get all of this stuff with other packages or other CBIs. You do get this because obviously you're an exceptional candidate. Is this forever? No, absolutely not. This is by invitation, by recommendation. This is a limited time opportunity. Obviously, we prioritize our clients for this. But if you are interested in becoming a client or you're interested in this option, you can always click the link while it lasts. Grab those unique features, those 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 unique features that this passport provides. Otherwise, you'll just be repenting like you always do with other options. This is a great option. And before you go, make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you stay up to date on this one. The moment this closes, you'll be the first one to be notified. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in this very important next video. Don't miss this one. All right, catch you there.